Hey, I'm back today to do my kind of short favorites of June. I just didn't have as much stuff that I actually wanted to talk about. There's one thing that I threw away that I will include, but I'll have to like put a picture in or something like that because I don't even have the packaging. But other than that, I just wanted to quick throw up my favorite videos. These are my favorite videos to film slash watch just because I love when people throw really random stuff, and that's what it's going to be today. So my only favorite makeup item has been this Fenty Beauty highlighter in Crystal Fire and Lightning Dust. These are super cool. I mentioned them in my like minimal makeup summer makeup thing. I am wearing it today. You can see the glow, and this is the champagne colored one, as I'm sure you could guess. But I love this concept because it has a more subtle highlight and then a brighter highlight in it. I think that I kind of wish that more companies would do that, just because you can control it a bit more. So there's the subtle side right there, and then obviously the Crystal Fire side is a little more blinding. Or is that the Lightning Dust? Fire Crystal. The Fire Crystal side is a little bit brighter, and this is from doing my makeup earlier. Anyway, they're about $34, so it's not a low price point, but it's not outrageous for a highlighter. It's about the same as Becca, and I just think these are really pretty, and you know, Fenty does a good job with their packaging and stuff. I haven't been very excited about their products in general, but I've been loving those. So the only book, I didn't really read a lot. If you watch my What I Reads, the only book I really loved, because I really only read like 2 or 3 books this month, was Puddin by Julie Murphy. I think this is such a cute book, and it was just a nice like summer read. It is the companion novel to Dumplin', which is going to be a major motion picture, it says. I'm really excited about that. It's just a young plus-sized woman, Millie, who's kind of dorky, made fun of, all of the normal things, and she kind of befriends the popular girl who's not very nice. It sounds very like teenage movie, but it's really cute, and I actually really like Julie Murphy. She also wrote Ramona Blue, which I read last summer, and I just really like her stuff that I've read so far. My random favorites, LaCroix La Cola. Have I ever mentioned that in a favorites video? This is empty. I drink one of these every single day, so this is like a permanent favorite. It tastes, when I first tried it, I thought it tasted like fizzy Tootsie Roll. Am I selling this to you? Now I think it tastes like a watered down like RC Cola. I think they are so good. I don't drink them to replace soda. I think if you are like a Diet Coke fan or a Coke fan or whatever, this is not going to replace that for you. I think when you're trying to give up bad habits, I kind of think you shouldn't replace them in general, because you're never going to find something that tastes as good as the thing you're obsessed with, whether it be smoking, cookies, Coke, like whatever. But I just really like it, and I drink one with my dinner most nights. It's my favorite. That was just random. I didn't plan that. My favorite music, I never post about music, namely because I'm constantly listening to audio and podcasts, audiobooks and podcasts. But Busy Phillips, who I love on Instagram, she's a permanent favorite as well. She posts her songs that she hears throughout the day. She'll post a little picture of them, and she posted Out of the Woods by Ryan Adams, which is on his cover of Taylor Swift's album 1989, and he covered the entire album. Now, if you know Ryan Adams, you know what he sounds like. He's very, I don't know, just great, I guess. And I didn't really listen to his cover album that much. I listened to like Shake It Off, but I didn't, for whatever reason, when it was released a year or two ago, I just didn't listen to it. But I listened to Out of the Woods. Out of the Woods is by far my favorite song. It's totally different than the Taylor Swift one. I will say I'm not a huge Taylor Swift fan. Not that I don't like her, but I just don't listen to her music. But it's this sad kind of love song versus like hers is a little more dancey synthesizer kind of sounding. The whole album is so good, and I literally just, it's in my car on repeat, and that's just what I listen to. I still use CDs. Does anyone else still use CDs? Because I feel like I'm the only one, but that's just what I use in my car. and I've just been obsessed with it. So super random. I bought these Korra period liners. So they're panty liners. I'm not sure why they're called period liners. I bought these from Target. I don't remember how much they were, but it says they're free of chlorine, fragrances, and artificial dyes. It also says with every Korra purchase, we give pads to girls in needs. I don't know any of that information, so I don't want to speak too specifically on that. I just have been trying to clean up my period products. I tried to use a period cup, and it wasn't my favorite experience, but I think that was very specific to me and my anxiety. I have this weird anxiety about being trapped, and it literally comes out of nowhere, and so my period cup gave me that feeling. It sounds crazy. It's just like one of those things, like if you have anxiety or like random fears like that, you don't necessarily control. This is like a whole side conversation. Also, once in Old Navy, I tried on a ring and I couldn't get it off. It had like a weird band and it was pulling my skin instead of like coming off. And I literally was like, to the person I was with, I was like, get this off my finger now or I'm gonna throw up. And my face got bright red and it was just like totally irrational and crazy. And that's what my period cup did to me. So I do have one, haven't been using that. So I feel better just using like products like this. I mean, these are panty liners. You're not using this for your true like period, but I like to use these when I'm at work and I'm using a tampon or something, and they're really good. I felt like they stuck. I haven't seen a lot of reviews of these, and that's why I wanted to mention them. They come in this little packet. The outer packet, I don't want to open it all the way up because I'm not going to use it. I think this is, the actual pad is not compostable, but I think the outer packaging does disintegrate or break down. I wish that we had more options to be eco with our period products, but also have it be really accessible and in a good price range. But I just wanted to put this out there that it was very absorbent compared to any other panty liners I've ever used, and they also stuck on my underwear. That's something that you hear a lot of people where it's like, oh, it didn't stick or whatever, and these did. So I wanted to put that out there. My last two favorites are YouTube favorites. I watched Fit Man Cook. I don't know if you have ever, it's Fit Men Cook. If you've ever watched him, he is so great. Kevin, I've been watching him for a few years. He does all different types of diets. He does all different types of recipes, but things are very accessible for, like, the recipes he comes up with are very accessible. Not snooty, not whatever. So I'll definitely link his channel below. But the one that I watched this month was his parents talking about going vegan, and they were like soul food, junk food eaters, and they were both on the verge of like disease and stuff because of their diet, and so they both went vegan. And I just loved that conversation about between the child Kevin and his parents and health, and I just really liked it. It was a video I didn't want to skip through at all, which is very uncommon for me. And it was about 20 minutes, I want to say 25 minutes, and I would highly recommend it if you're interested at all in that. I just really liked the conversation that was happening there. And randomly, I realized the other day, I watched Sarah Ray Vargas, is I believe her name. I think she also has a vlog channel, but I don't watch that at all. She does these, she's a plus sized woman. I want to say she says she wears an 18. I don't remember. She's a little bit smaller on top, so she can wear slightly smaller tops, I think. But she is a plus size woman, and she does all of these try on videos. I have no idea how I found her. I think she also does adult toys videos, but I've never really watched those. I just find the try on hauls so interesting. She does, like, recently she did American Eagle. She did a Target swimsuit haul. She does just all different like places that we all shop or want to shop, and she shows them on a plus size body. And I just think it's so interesting because she went in, I can't even remember what store it was, and she bought leggings, and she will wear underwear. She wears thongs and stuff, and she'll bend over so that I can see, like, if I'm that size or if I'm plus size and I buy those leggings, like, my whole tush is going to be out there. And I just think it's really great to have channels like that out in the world. She's very positive. Her videos are very clean, besides probably like the sex toy ones. But I just wanted to shout her out a little bit. She has a decent following on YouTube, but I just realized, like, oh, I've been watching her for a few months and I always watch those try on hauls, even if they're from places that I don't shop, just because I think that it's interesting to see and all of that. So I don't really have anything on my radar this month. Sometimes I forget to mention that. I am excited to see Orange is the New Black coming back. I want to say it's mid-July, or is it end of July? I still love the show. I feel like all of the people in my life who have been watching it are now totally over it. They got kind of bored with the whole season last year where the girls like took over the prison. It was a little bit outlandish, but I still really like it. I still really like some of the messages that they bring across, and I'm looking forward to that again this month. I think that's all I have to mention. Oh, I do know one of my other favorites that I wanted to mention, and I kept the box and then I accidentally threw it away yesterday. Chocolate covered rice cakes. Does this sound like something a health nut is trying to sell to you? Because that's what it sounded like to me. I just picked it up randomly. They're not cheap. They're Lundberg brand. They're like I want to say they're like $3 or $3.50, and you get 6 rice cakes. Like, it's not very much, but I love them. I've had a major sweet tooth for the last month, and I love having chocolate covered rice cakes when I'm, when you kind of want something sweet, but also you're kind of hungry. That's what I always go for. I even put almond butter on them one day. They're so good. But I will for sure link them below because they are really good, and they are available at Natural Grocers. That's the only place that I've seen them so far. So that's everything I have to talk to you about today. Let me know your favorites. For real, I love hearing people's favorites. I don't care if it's like a random video they watch on YouTube or a show or whatever it is, a notebook they love. I love hearing people's favorites. So let me know, and I will talk to you later. All right, bye.